Welcome again to Rough Diamond Recipes. Today's recipe is pumpkin soup. Well, winter's creeping on and Halloween's here. And talking of Halloween, I just happened to comment to my wife today that Halloween is not as scary as it used to be, as I don't scare that easily anymore. My wife just gave me a sideward glance and said, "Let me have a go." She then came over to me and whispered in my ear, "My mother's coming for the weekend." Enough of my mother-in-law induced trauma, on with the cooking. Okay, the first thing we need to do to make this soup is prepare and cook the pumpkins. To do this, cut the pumpkin into wedges, remove any fibrous flesh and seeds, then liberally season with salt and pepper and massage in 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. And when this is done, place in a suitably sized oven-proof tray. And you should have something that looks like this. Then it's off to a preheated 180°C oven for 35 to 40 minutes. When the time is up, simply remove from the oven and allow it to cool. As the pumpkin cools down, we can get on with the rest of the soup. Simply melt the butter in a suitably sized pan, add the onions and saute off until the onions start to soften. When the onions have softened, it's time to add in the thyme and garlic and mix in well. When the pumpkin is cool enough to handle, use a spoon and spoon out the flesh and reserve. Then when the garlic and onions are nicely softened, add the pumpkin flesh to the pot and mix in well. Then it's time to add the stock and again mix in well. Then put a lid on the pan, turn down to a simmer and allow it to cook for 10 to 15 minutes. When the 15 minutes are up, it's turn off the heat and in with a trusty stick blender, blend to a fine soup. If you think your soup is a bit too thick, feel free to add some water. Then when you've got the consistency you want, it's time to add in the chopped parsley. Then it's one last test for seasoning and you're ready to serve. We hope you enjoyed this recipe. Feel free to subscribe, share and like, and hopefully we'll see you soon again on the next one. Bye for now. Please tell me you were joking about your mother coming this weekend.